Hey everyone, welcome to today's vlog. It has been a long time since I've done a grocery haul, like an actual sit down grocery haul. So I thought I would share our Costco haul with you. After I talked on Instagram, I was like trying to get inspiration for, I knew I was going to Costco or that Cody was going to Costco, and I was creating the grocery list and I felt a little stuck. So I asked on Instagram what you guys like to buy at Costco. What are your favorite things? What do your kids love? Stuff like that. And I got a lot of really great responses. I shared some of them on Instagram in my stories. So if you guys missed that, definitely follow me on Instagram and make sure you check into my stories, because that happens often where we'll just like have an entire conversation randomly about groceries. But it inspired me to do a Costco haul. And after hearing all of the things you love and hearing that so many of you wanted me to share about what people said and what my favorite things were, I was like, okay, this calls for a grocery haul. So here we are. I want to share a grocery haul with you, and I also want to talk a little bit about how much this cost, about our grocery budget this week, our grocery budget normally, and a little breakdown of the meals I plan to make based on this grocery haul and what meal planning kind of looks like for me. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you guys really like these kind of home style videos or these like homemakey bit videos, and you have things that you want to see from me that are kind of like this, please tell me down below. I would love to know what you guys want to see, because sometimes it gets hard for me from my perspective to be like, what would be interesting for people to watch? So anyway, let's get on with the Costco haul. Hey everyone, welcome to today's vlog. On Instagram, we talked about Costco and all of your favorite things, and I shared those things. So I wanted to do a quick grocery haul since Cody and the kids just got back from a big Costco run. So excuse the background noise, it's just gonna happen. There's kids in the background, but this is everything we got from Costco this time. Some of it's definitely stock up items because again, we've moved recently, so don't know how I'm gonna fit all of this in the freezer, but we will see. So let's go through all the things Cody just picked up at Costco. Okay, so the first thing he grabbed was this thing of chicken strips. He really loves these, and they come in handy sometimes. We've got strawberries, 2 packs of raspberries, lots of fruit. Spring mix, we love this for easy salads for lunch and dinner. Some butter, because we always need butter. Baby cucumbers, the kids love these. They just like pick them out of the package and eat baby cucumbers. Croissants, I like using these for like buns for soups or making sandwiches out of them or anything like that. Some baby peppers, again, great kid snacks. My kids eat them like apples. I don't know. I know most people eat slices. My kids like them like apples because they're weirdos. I love them. We got some pierogies. These are frozen, so I'll put this in the freezer, take it apart and do that. Hopefully it'll fit. Just again, really handy for dinners and lunches because I'm all about the easy life right now. Pickles, we needed pickles. Oatmeal, this is one of my favorite buys for when we're in a busy season. The kids can make it themselves, and it's also great because my bonus kids, you know, they like oatmeal, and these instant oatmeals ensure everybody likes it. So usually I'll mix like a regular and a flavor. Got some bagels. I love Costco bagels. I like everything bagels with cream cheese. The kids like blueberry. Cody likes blueberry as well. I'm pretty much the only one that eats these ones, I think. So it's time for rice again. So we got this big Kirkland basmati rice, and this lasts us almost an entire year. Usually it lasts a long time, maybe like 6 months. But we were out of rice, so now rice, giant bag of rice shall live in our pantry. Cody bought this thing of cheese. I actually like this every once in a while because it makes for really easy like crackers and cheese and pickles and little like lunch plates, or throwing these on sandwiches. It makes my life way easier, and it makes like for like more luxurious feeling sandwiches because there's variations of cheese. 2 bags of lettuce. One of my favorite things getting from Costco is bulk produce because we go through a lot of it. So 2 things of lettuce every week, about maybe a week and a half is what we get from Costco. Baby carrots, always good for snacks. For dinners, I like to throw baby carrots and potatoes and like a sausage or something in the crock pot and let that go, and it makes for a delicious, super easy dinner. So yes, little potatoes because we're always using these for everything. Cody picked up some veggie straws, toddler's favorites, everybody knows that. And some like nacho chips, because Mackenzie loves that with salsa. She goes crazy for that. Some yogurt cups. I prefer the bigger containers, obviously, because there's less waste than with the yogurt cups, but right now I'm just doing the best I can, and if this makes my life easier at the moment, then so be it. Apparently he picked up some matzo sticks, which I love. They're delicious. I'm really excited about that. He got himself a Kirkland ham and a big pack of farmer sausages. So like this, and the carrots and the potatoes all go in the crock pot with some seasoning, and it makes such an easy dinner. That's really hearty. And then last but not least are these crisp vegetable spring rolls. My kids love these. They make great little like parts of lunches when we're doing like bits and pieces lunches. Awesome. All right, now that you guys have seen what we got from Costco this week, I wanted to break down our budget a little bit more. No, a little bit, since I didn't say anything about our cost of groceries from Costco this week. And just kind of explain where we shop, where else we go, and how this turns into a meal plan. So I'm gonna be sharing with you the exact meal plan I use, kind of how I like to break it down and how I set everything up. So let's get into, first of all, how much that Costco haul cost us. So that Costco haul cost $230.40. Please just keep in mind, I know many of you guys out there are American. My analytics tell me that the vast majority of my lovely watchers out there are American, so please keep in mind that I am Canadian, so these prices are Canadian, and the cost of living in Canada is higher, and grocery prices are much higher in Canada. Hello, fellow Canadians are being like, yeah, it is. So that all cost me $230, which is a lot, but it's also like not that bad, because it's so easy to go into Costco and spend like $600 if you have that kind of budget. Like, it's just, Costco can be a place where the price can just really get away from you. We go to Costco about once every week, sometimes once every 2 weeks. It really just depends on really our produce, how we're doing for produce, because Costco has the best produce in bulk. We eat a lot of produce, we use a lot of produce, so it's really cost effective for us to get the majority of our produce at Costco, because it ends up being like a third of the price most of the time, which just blows my mind. So whenever we need more produce is when we go back to Costco. I also think it's important to mention that, as with anything from Costco, obviously some things are going to last me a lot longer than a week or 2 weeks. So things like the oatmeal and some of the big freezer items like the pierogies, those things are going to stretch a lot further, because I'm not going to eat pierogies 4 times in 1 week. So it kind of balances out. Sometimes we only spend like $100, $140, somewhere in that range at Costco, especially for just getting like weekly staples. But with Costco comes, since everything is in bulk, there are times where some of the things you buy are going to last you quite a bit longer than just your normal weekly shop period. So that is the case with a lot of the bits that we picked up from Costco. Like when I buy almond milk and things like that, that might last me half a month or a month. So just keep that in mind. $230 is not exactly the average price we spend at Costco. This one was a little bit pricier because, if you're unaware, we just moved. So I'm still stocking things up. And also, we are a family of 4, but I feed an extra set of children during the day, so my groceries definitely have started to reflect that, because I watch a couple extra kiddos during the day. So yeah, they eat a lot. Kids eat a lot. Who knew? So as well as everything from Costco, my pantry is also pretty well stocked, and my freezer also has a lot of staples still left in it, like my frozen fruit. I have frozen mixed berries and frozen strawberries and frozen mangoes. My kids like to eat those as is, don't ask. But we also use those for smoothies or oatmeal and things like that. So stuff like that is like a once a month, once every 2-3 months buy, and when I run out, I go buy more. So I think everybody understands that Costco kind of varies with what you need at what point. in addition to my Costco trip, we probably take 2 other trips for a week's worth of groceries. One of those, let's backtrack. We get 2 other sessions of groceries per week, and I'll explain that in a second. One of the trips is going to just a local grocery store. So here in Canada, we usually go to Sobeys or Co-op, and those are just like local, smaller grocery stores that, you know, every town or whatever will have. So my husband is going to stop in at Sobeys on his way home from work, and we will probably spend another $60 there. And that's on things that are just like filling in the meal plan. So we bought all those pierogies. I need sour cream. We get bread from Sobeys. I sometimes buy bread from Costco, but usually I buy it from Sobeys. My husband likes like fresh bakery bread, so we get things like that from Sobeys, just things that I don't need bulk of, that we just need to fill out the meal plan. It's what we'll get from Sobeys. And then in addition to that, I also get a grocery delivery service every single week from Spud.ca. Spud is a Canadian thing, and Spud delivers to your door wherever Spud's delivery area stretches. So I highly encourage you to look to see if Spud delivers in your area, especially if you like local, organic, like kind of a lot of specialty items, stuff like that. I love Spud because whenever we can, I'm always trying to get like local, you know, like free range and all that kind of stuff. Spud carries. I'm not going to lie, places like Spud that offer those sorts of things are more expensive than a normal grocery store, and especially more than Costco. So I just try to be strategic about my shopping and get the stuff that really matters from Spud. So my meats mostly, if I'm going to get meat, my milk, I drink a Jersey milk in my coffee. I also have, you know, some extra little kids, and although my kids drink almond milk, some of my little extra kiddos drink cow milk. You know, I'm feeding more mouths now, so I just have to kind of cover all my bases. So I like to get stuff like that from Spud. Spud also has really good sales sometimes. I love to get whole chickens from Spud. They last, I can stretch that a really long time too. I can do like a bone broth afterwards, and it's super nutritious, and they're all organic and like really good options that I feel comfortable feeding my family. Now I am not sponsored by Spud. I do have an affiliate link if you would like to use it. If Spud orders in your area, you can use the code Rainbow, just my name, for $20 off your first purchase of $60 or more. No, I really love Spud. Like I said, I order myself from them every single week. I just like really good coffee, and so that requires really good ingredients. So anyhow, that is kind of where our groceries come from. So by the end of the week, after Costco, Sobeys, and our Spud delivery, which comes tomorrow, which I always show you guys usually show you guys, I'm filming tomorrow, so I will show you what I get in my Spud delivery tomorrow. It's not a huge order. So we spent $230 at Costco, $230.40, I think it is. And Sobeys will probably be about $60, and my Spud order is $60, $61, I think. So that comes to a grand total of approximately $350 for the week of groceries. Now that is a lot of money for groceries, obviously, but I do have to factor in the fact that I am feeding more than just my family of 4. That also includes things that I won't have to buy again next week. I'm still restocking my pantry, restocking my freezer, so things like that will obviously add up, and they'll be more expensive. Now next week's Costco run is not going to be as expensive, so it all balances out. But I just kind of wanted to show you an example of what a week in our groceries could look like. Now next week will probably be a lot cheaper. Maybe we'll only spend $100 and $150 on groceries total. Who knows? Probably not, but because groceries are expensive. But on average, we probably try and keep our grocery budget to about $1,000 a month and stay under that. Again, groceries are so expensive, and like whenever you talk about budget and groceries, it's crazy, and people have a lot of opinions, but I just want to be really open with you guys and share what works for our family and what we do. I also feed people all the time. We have people come over, like family comes over, and I feed them. You know, like friends come over, I feed them, I bake things for people. I like to feed people. That's how I show people I love them. So when doing that, groceries get more expensive. So anyway, sorry, that was long-winded. Let's go into really quickly showing you my meal plan. So I put my meal plan in this little plastic sleeve. I've shown you guys my meal plan before, and I write on it with a dry erase marker. It goes onto my wall. That is kind of like my command center, where my calendar, my cleaning schedule, everything like that goes onto this wall. That is the wall to go to if you need to find some information. So this is what my meal plan looks like. You could also just print one of these off a week and write in it if you would like. I like that there's a Costco list built in and another random generic grocery store list. So sometimes I use that, sometimes I just put the list on my phone. Usually I just use a sticky pad because I'm kind of a sucker for like pen and paper stuff. So some of the meal plans, a little bit about my meal plan. You will see that I have like breakfast, lunch, and dinner options, and I do write that out because I am responsible for feeding other people's children, so I can't always just wing it. I need to make sure I'm hitting nutrient targets for, obviously I want to do that for my own kids, but especially when you're responsible for other people's children, it's a really important thing to hit. So I get like, sometimes if we want to switch it up, if we're not feeling that breakfast, whatever, but at least this way I know, okay, I need to have this in the house, we're doing this and this. So breakfast, we're doing oatmeal for one morning. I always accompany every breakfast with like fruit, sometimes fruit and a yogurt, things like that. So main breakfast courses, we've got some oatmeal, we've got eggs, fruit and toast, we've got oatmeal again because it's easy and the kids love oatmeal. Bagels, I have a star here because we're starting today. I've started my meal plan today, and so this is my start point. So it's gonna go into next week. And that's why like you see oatmeal twice early next week, because that's right before we go grocery shopping again. So we're doing like bagels and fruit and pancakes and eggs and things like that. Lunches, I need a meal plan for because I don't know about you, but I struggle really hard with lunches. And I kind of have to have a general idea, otherwise I just flounder like a fish, because not only do I have little ones that make it hard to like, you know, cook a huge meal or just come up with a lunch on the top of your head, I am also homeschooling my kids, always have homeschooled my kids. So lunchtime is a really busy period of the day, and I just need to not think about it, or I need to like be able to go into autopilot and like know what I'm making so I can just do it. So sometimes we do sandwiches with veggies and dip and things like that. We do like Amy's mac and cheese once in a while, especially on really busy days. Gotta have a couple hacks in there. That's what we're doing this week. So several different kinds of sandwiches. So we're doing sandwiches twice, it looks like, because I like myself like a really yummy, toasted, luxurious feeling sandwich. I made scratch chicken noodle soup today, like creamy chicken noodle soup, and that was lunch today. I made it this morning, and that will also be lunch tomorrow. Normally I just crock pot that, but I didn't do that yesterday, so I made it by scratch today, just on the stove, and it was fine. If we have a really hefty meal, I'll usually make double or make extra, and we'll do that for lunch the next day so that I can give the kids like their hearty bit with some like fresh, you know, just uncooked veggies, raw veggies, and like, you know, bits of fruit, things like that to kind of round out a meal. And so I really heavily rely on stuff like leftovers, and like, so if I'm making like a stew the night before, I'll make extra, and that will be lunch, or like a big soup, or, you know, things like that. So anyway, so for dinners this week, this is what we're doing for dinners this week. Tonight, this is Cody's night. I don't know what we're doing for dinner. It's a mystery. He's gonna figure out dinner. He's wonderful. I love him. He's gonna come home from work and he's going to handle dinner, which is very nice because sometimes I just need that. We are doing a sausage, carrot, and potato pot. I love doing that. I'll show you guys. I can like show you how easy it is. It's not even a recipe. It's literally just the easiest thing. You slice up farmer sausage and you put baby carrots and slice in half potatoes into a crock pot. You add like half a cup to a cup of water, and you put some like good Himalayan sea salt, some pepper, and some herbs, like dried herbs or fresh herbs. Both are wonderful. And you pop that baby on low for like 6 hours, or you put it on high for 4 hours. It is wonderful. So easy. Feels hearty. Sometimes you can be like extra cheeky and put some cheese on it. It's a really good meal. Highly recommend it, very easy. Saturday, I'm going to make an entire roast chicken dinner. So like we typically do big family roast dinners on Sunday. So that'll be like the big shebang, like a holiday dinner on a Sunday, but maybe like just scaled back a tiny bit. I'm doing that on Saturday this week because we might have company over, and also Sunday is our only day off together, and I think Cody and I, and it just works out in my schedule better to do it on Saturday. So on Sunday we're doing a full breakfast spread, do like full English style breakfast. So sometimes we do that for dinner. Everybody likes a good breakfast for dinner, so that's on the list. Where we have like, there's a fruit fly. We have like bacon coming from Spud and our good farm eggs and things like that. And we'll do like beans and tomatoes and toast and bacon and eggs and delicious things. And we will eat our hearts out for breakfast for dinner. Then I also have a couple of things like those. One of the nights on Wednesday night when things are gonna be really busy because I have a busy day on Wednesday night. And also that's when Cody has his day off and he does a lot of our family errands, like the shopping. He's been shopping solo for like 6 months and it's just our new routine. So we're just gonna keep up with that for now. But like on that day, I'll probably utilize those chicken fingers we got and I'll do that and maybe some mashed potatoes. Cody's grandma makes this delicious lemon sauce that she sweetly, miraculously gave me the recipe of. So I'll probably put that and it's really good on chicken. And like some veggies and just some frozen broccoli that I have in the freezer because I love getting Costco frozen broccoli. Comes with 4 individual packs and it is so easy to just pull one out of the freezer, throw in a pan with a little bit of water and steam that bad boy up. So that is one of the dinners we're going to be doing. I'm also going to do Taco Tuesday because we haven't had a Taco Tuesday in ages. So again, I've got my beef coming from Spud. I haven't had like ages. Guys, we haven't done Taco Tuesday since we were vegetarian. It's been a long time. And we stopped doing Taco Tuesday because we were using like a soy-based like meat replacement and I can't handle that. My tummy doesn't do that. So it's been a long time and I'm very excited for taco night again. And then the other night we're going to use the rest of those farmer sausage. So I'm going to split those farmer sausage in half and we're going to do half in the crock that will be like for lunches and dinner. And then I'm also going to do like a sausage and pierogi and veggies, like maybe green beans or broccoli that I have in the freezer. And we're just going to do like a delicious hearty like sausage and pierogi meal out of that. So that was so long-winded. You guys, I talk for ages. We know this. It's what I do. So that's kind of just a look into what I'm gonna make with that. And then on Wednesday, I will go over what's in the fridge, what's in the freezer, kind of take stock and make a new meal plan. Now there are a couple of things that I wanted to say because we just moved in and we don't have the perfect setup for food yet. I love making things from scratch. I like dehydrating, I like canning, all of those things. And those are things I want to do much more of. So here are some little side bit food goals that we have for food storage over the next little bit. The first thing is we're going to get a small deep freezer and put it in the garage just so I can, the thing is when you buy local, organic, like grass-fed, good quality, good for you meats, that is expensive. Let's not lie about it. It's expensive. So when there's a sale, you best bet I'm jumping on that. Or they're like, we live in a farm town, so it's really easy to, know a farmer and be like, hey, me and like 5 of my friends are gonna go in and buy like a chunk, like a third of a cow or something. You can do that here, but I can't do that with just my little freezer. So I'm definitely gonna need a deep freezer so I can just keep some bulk stock in the freezer, especially for the winter, because I don't want to be driving. I don't want Cody to be driving to Costco every single week. It's not a good situation when the roads get really snowy and icky and slippery. So deep freeze is a must. I think deep freeze in the garage is wonderful. I just can't imagine lugging a deep freeze down to the basement. That sounds like a nightmare. The next thing I want to do is kind of a cold food storage situation. Now the ideas for that could be the garage, but I worry about potential mice or critters getting into the garage and getting into like cold food storage. So I was thinking the basement is undeveloped, and I think if I just get like a corner where it's outside wall where it's going to naturally be colder, then I think that would be a good place just to kind of store some other food and just kind of like create a little bit of cold storage for things like canning bits and like extra dehydrated things. I think that I have a vision and I plan to execute that vision somehow. I will share that eventually. And the third thing I would love to create is also like a bulk pantry for the basement as well. I want to like put some shelves down there, and I have some shelves. I just need to put them down there and like put them together. And I want to keep all of the bulk stuff that I have at Costco, or that I get from Costco a lot of the times, downstairs, so only what I need is in my pantry, and only the amounts I really need for the week are in the pantry, just to keep things more organized. And that way when I go to do grocery lists, I can just kind of like open the fridge or the freezer, check that, check the pantry, then I can just like walk down and check my cold storage and my pantry storage. And also just to have like a good little set of, just so if anything were to happen, we get crazy storms here. I mean, if the pandemic taught us anything, it's I want to create a little bit of a, not an emergency supply, because I don't like how that sounds, but like I just want to have to not be able to shop for like 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, and we will stay well fed. So that is the goal I have for our food situation. Anyway, you guys, I've talked to you long enough. If you have any other ideas for me or things you want to see me talk about or show you guys, that's more like homemaking, food, cooking, groceries, stuff like that, please let me know and I will add it to my list. I really appreciate that. Thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I really appreciate you. As always, I will see you in my next video. Until next time, friends, I hope you enjoyed. Bye.